What's good, YouTube? Happy New Year. It is 2022. This is my second video in 2022, and I'm excited to bring you this video. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing Launchbox. Before we get started, hit those like and subscribe buttons down below and the notification bell so you can be notified when I drop future videos. So if you don't know what Launchbox is, it's like a gateway to play your main ROMs, your RetroArch ROMs. Like if you have RetroArch, you have PlayStation, PlayStation 2, etc., etc. Any emulator you could use with Launchbox, it will detect the emulator, import your ROMs for you, and it'll give you some cool artwork, some artwork that looks like it was ahead of its time. There is a premium version of Launchbox. The premium version starts at $30, but it costs $15 annually to renew. There's also a $75 forever updates license, which means you just pay one time $75 and you're good to go. But for this video, I'm going to be using the free one. The premium one comes with great features. It comes with great features, if I can say it. It comes with you can change the theme of Launchbox. So I have a well, I'll show you guys in a minute what theme I'm using, but you can change your theme to launch. You can change your Launchbox theme. What else? Oh yeah, you can control your game. You can control Launchbox with a controller, and you can customize your playlist. Like they give you like, well, I'll show you guys in a minute that, but they give you like their playlists. They sort them out for you, but you can create custom playlists in a premium version of Launchbox. So let's get started. I just want to show you guys their website. If you want to download Launchbox, go to launchboxapp.com. Excuse me, launchbox-app.com. And if you want to go to the premium, the link is, I'll leave the link just in the description below. So let's get started. I'm gonna open up Launchbox right now. So I'm gonna close out of Chrome here, and I'm going to open up Launchbox right now. So it's this Rubik's Cube. It's this Rubik's Cube icon right here. Looks dope. So let me open it up. So I'm rocking version 12.6. This is the latest version. So, and it doesn't take a long time to load up, you know. So let's get started. Okay, so let me go to arcade. So here's Launchbox. Here's the theme I'm rocking. It's basically a black screen with like dots on the back of it. Yeah, black theme, you know, but like I said, maybe in the future I'll get Launchbox Premium so I can change the theme, but I'm happy with this theme. I wanted to show you guys the games that I imported, the Mame arcade games I've imported. So you got, look at all these and look at the artwork on these. Like it's really dope. Like most of these were way ahead of its time on the graphics. You have to realize when these were made, they didn't have the technology that we have today. So here's Afterburner, one of my all-time favorite games. Let me hold on. Usually it see something. Let's view. Or you can go to list view, but I'll go to images view. Images view is what everybody likes, and I love image view. So let me see. Usually it says I have to this view show and hide game details. So I don't know why I didn't have the game details up, but it shows the game details when it was made. Now, when you import ROMs, your main ROMs, it will, at least it did for me, it came up, the year was right on the release date, but the month and day were wrong. So I have to go in here one day and just update the release date of all these. I did update the release date of Afterburner, which was September 15, 1988. I remember when it came out. Let's see. You got Alien versus Predator there. That came out in '94. Alien 3 The Gun. All these games with this dope ass artwork. See. Yeah, this artwork is dope and stuff like that. And you can change the dates. You can change the dates on it if it's wrong, the month, the day, and the year. I'm going to show you guys how to do that right now. So you go, matter of fact, I'm going to search for some games here. I'm going to search for all the Mortal Kombat games. Let's see, my camera. Okay, here's all the Mortal Kombat games. So you have Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, and Mortal Kombat 4, which I did not like. Some people liked it, most people didn't. And it didn't have anything to do with it going from 2D to 3D. I just did not care about Mortal Kombat 4. I just didn't like the characters, the new characters they had added. I didn't like the fatalities, the gameplay, nothing like that. But that's for another video. So if you want to change the release date of the game, so what you do is you go here. So I'm going to see. Let's see, Mortal Kombat 3 was released in '94. So what you do is you go to this pencil icon here. You click on this pencil icon. You click on edit. Now here's where you edit every one of your games. They got the title, release date, release type, which is release type ROM. The genre, developer, Midway. Midway was a giant in the 90s of arcade games and games in general. Midway and Capcom, they were the biggest two in my opinion. There were others, but those were the biggest two arcade game companies in the 90s. Let's see. You got all this good stuff. You can add images. So let's say you import ROMs and they don't show up. You can add images. So what you will do is you go click add image and you go to where your images are stored. I have mine stored in the Launchbox folder, so you can do that. Let's see. And let's go back. Actually, I didn't mean to cancel it. So, oops. Didn't mean to do that. Let's see. So you go back to there and you go to change the date. Now I'm going to Google when Mortal Kombat 3 was released. It was released in '94. I know that. Kombat 3. It actually says it was released in '95, so that year is wrong. So it's April 15th, 1995, so that year is wrong too. It wasn't released in '94, it was released in 1995. I kind of figured it was released in '95 because I don't recall it being released in '94. Maybe it was released in '94 elsewhere, but not in the United States. So let's go to April 15th, 1995, which was a... Here. Yeah, Mortal Kombat 3. Yeah, April 15th, 1995. So, yes, let's do this. That's 96. We want 95. So it was released on a Saturday, which was very interesting. It might have been released at midnight in arcades, or the arcades probably places where like stay up, work after hours, and get the game in and have it released in the morning. I know some arcade centers stayed open till past midnight. Maybe they just wanted to wait for the release, and then they just released it to the public in the morning. So they probably released it Friday night. So that's also a possibility. But yeah, so because Mortal Kombat 3, it was very popular when it came out, as well as all the other Mortal Kombat games at the time. So that's how you change the release date on it. Okay, enough with the arcade games. I'm going to go down to my consoles. Now, here's the N64. Here's my N64 collection here. Now, I have a problem with RetroArch playing N64 games. 2 cores in RetroArch. I forget the names, but they make my N64 games run really, really slow with lag. and everything like that. And I tried both cores. They only have 2 cores in RetroArch for N64 games. And it runs really, like I said, it runs really, really slow with lag. So I use Project 64 as my N64 controller. I haven't had no lag. It has cheats enabled, already enabled into the emulator. It has you can control your the controls easily with it. It runs. Launchbox recognizes it and stuff like that. And yeah, so I just use Launchbox for my N64 controllers. So I'm going to now I'm going to load some games so I can show you guys that it actually does work. See, I'm going to load, let's see, Terminator 2, the gun game, which is one of my all-time favorite games. Let's see here. I'm going to load this right now. Yep, see, it does indeed work. See, and let's see here. What else we can do with RetroArch? Actually, some of the features up here that you could do with RetroArch only and available in a premium version, like view badges and stuff like that. You know, stuff like that. It's only available in the premium version. Consoles. Here's my Sega Genesis collection here. Most of these games I haven't played in years. John Madden football, may he rest in peace. John Madden is a legend. Three different professions, man. Football, broadcasting, and video game making. Like, that's three careers for one man. Okay, how many people could say they had success in 3 careers? That's just unbelievable, man. Like, he would have been a legend even if he didn't be a broadcaster, or if he didn't you know, if he didn't make those video games. So, you know, okay, so here's my Sega Genesis games, Sega Saturn, just a few, Sony Playstation. You got Final Fantasy VII, which was dope when it came out, popular when it came out. Let me know in the comments if there were any 4 console games in the late 90s bigger than Final Fantasy VII, Super Mario 64, Legends of Zelda, The Legends of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, or GoldenEye 007. Just name me 4 games that were bigger in the late 90s than those games. You really can't. Those were the 4 biggest console games in the 90s, no doubt. So, and you got my Sony Playstation 2 game. So yeah. Okay, so let me go. Yep. Okay, I'm going, and now I'm going to show you guys how to import ROMs. I'm going to show you guys how to import ROMs, how to make the ROMs associated with one emulator, stuff like that. So I'll be back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, guys, what's up? Welcome back. I am back. So I'm going to show you guys how to import your games in Launchbox. So what you do is you click these 3 lines up here in the top left corner. You click those and you go to Tools. You go to Import and you go to ROM files. Now it's going to bring you to this wizard here, this ROM files from Files Wizard here. So you click Next and you go to Add. So you can add individual games with individual files, but I like to add folder. I like to put all my games in separate folders on my external hard drive. So what you're going to do is go to Add Folder. Okay, guys, I've loaded up my games here. You see it located my games on my external hard drive. So what you're going to do right now is click next, and you're going to, what platform are you importing games for? So it automatically detects my ROMs as Sega Dreamcast ROMs. So I'm going to click next, but you can also, if it doesn't detect it automatically, you can hit this drop down menu and select it. If you're doing Mame, you do arcade. If you doing consoles, just select the console, N64, Sega Genesis, etc., etc. Choose the emulator. Now, I'm not going to use RetroArch because, like I told you before, RetroArch does not load, especially in my Dreamcast games too, it loads slow. So I'm going to use Red Dream for these. So what you do, if it doesn't list it here, in this drop down menu, you go to add. Okay, and then it brings you to this add emulator. So it automatically detected Red Dream, which is really surprising because when I did Project 64, it did not automatically detect that. I had to go in and do all that stuff to make it detect Project 64. So application path. So I'm gonna hit browse, and I'm going to go to the application path where my Red Dream file is. So let's go to Sega Dreamcast, and here's Red Dream. Now, so there's the path. Now, it's associated platforms. Now I'm going to just go to associated platforms. So I'm going to do. Let's see, it's not on here. Let's see. Maybe I don't have to go to associated platforms. Oh well, let's see if it'll work right here. So because usually it would say doesn't have anything associated, or you should have one association or something like that. So I'm going to click OK and see will it work here. See, please enter one applicable platform in the grid. So I have to see if it oh man. It doesn't have Dreamcast here. Let's see. RetroArch is all the favorite to Sega Genesis. See. Maybe I should try Sega Saturn. See. Just try Red Dream. Now, Red Dream, yeah, so there we go. So I had all my Sega Saturn games on Red Dream. I don't think they would work on Red Dream, but I have to make sure that they do. Hopefully they do, because I haven't had any luck with RetroArch with my Sega Saturn games either. So RetroArch is nice for PlayStation and Nintendo and Super Nintendo, but it's a pain in the ass for N64, Sega Saturn, and Sega Dreamcast. It just does not work with those three. So Red Dream. So I've added Red Dream as my emulator. So I'm gonna click next. Now, this is very important. Would you like to move and copy the files? Do not move your files. Leave them in their location because it'll make life easier on you. So keep them in their current location. Search for game information in the local metadata database. Yes. Make sure that's checked. Now, this is important. Would you like to download images for your games? Now, depending on how many games you have, this can take a while. Like if you have over 6,000 ROMs games, it could take a long time. Now, what you do is, if you don't want all this, you can uncheck it. Me personally, I just select box art back and front because I'm not going to see the back of the art. I'm just going to see the front. So if you want to leave all this checked, you can. Like if you can screenshots and stuff like that and banners. But what I'm going to do is to speed this up, I'm going to just I'm gonna just uncheck everything but box front. So let's do that right now, because like I said, it could take a very long time for all of it to download into Launchbox to download all of it. So okay, box front. I'm gonna leave box front checked. I'm gonna check. Uncheck everything else. Okay, arrows. Got some more stuff checked up here. So yeah, so everything's unchecked and set up box front. Okay, so I'm gonna hit next. Configure emu movies. Don't touch that. I don't want to touch that. Emu movies, if you want it, you configure. If you don't need it. So especially for gaming. So hit next. Look for PDF files as a game manual. Combine ROMs with matching titles into a single game. Yeah, make sure those checks. If you want them to download, 9 times out of 10, it doesn't download the manual because I haven't used the game manual in a long time, so I don't think I'm gonna need them. I'm gonna leave it checked anyway. Combine ROMs with the matching titles in a single game. Leave that checked. So I'm gonna click next. Okay, here's the all my Dreamcast games. Okay, so it's gonna so I'm gonna hit finish. So it's gonna import these in the Launchbox and the box art for these. So I'm gonna click finish. Okay, so it's refreshing local metadata from the Launchbox database, so this could take a while. Like I said, hopefully it doesn't take that long because I didn't have all that stuff checked. So Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja. That looks like a pretty dope ass game. And I have to tell you guys something, like the Capcom games on Mame, like Cadillac, the classics, the legendary ones like Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, Final Fight, both for the what is those games called? Oh yeah, the 4-player Dungeons and Dragons Shadow over Mystera, and Dungeons and Dragons Tower of Doom, King of Dragons, all those classic ones. Except for Alien versus Predator. Oh yeah, the Punisher too. It doesn't have sound to them. I don't know if this is the ROMs. It might be the ROMs. I might have to update the ROMs. But like Punisher, Dungeons and Dragons, both Dungeons and Dragons games, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, Final Fight, etc. Those don't have any sound. Alien versus Predator is the only Capcom game that has sound when I load it into Mame. I don't. It's the latest version of Mame, so it's not the Mame. So yeah, I'm gonna have to update those. So it's going to download the box art here. Should be done. Let me go to not Sega Saturn, Sega Dreamcast. So here they go. All these that were inputted. I think that I had more games in this. I don't know why those other games didn't load into here. I have to look into that, but here's a couple of them that did load in here. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, both Marvel vs. Capcom 1, Sonic Adventure 2. Yeah, I had more games than this in my Sega Dreamcast folder. So I have to look into that, why they didn't load in here. But some of them did. Confidential Mission, I don't remember playing this. It's like it had the same like gun target, gun like target is Virtual Cop. So yeah, So here's my Sega Dreamcast games, guys. So it did load them in there. It did not load some of them, but I'm gonna have, like I said, I have to look into that. Oh, okay, so that's it on my video, guys. If you have any questions, leave me comments below. Leave me a comment below, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Happy New Year. I hope you had a great Christmas and a great New Year's Eve celebration. I hope 2022 brings you happiness and joy. And like I said, I'll see you on the next video. Hit those like and subscribe buttons and a notification bell for me, okay? Love y'all. Peace.